Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. You are in charge of that. You're in charge of what happens to you. Did you know that? Now, life throws us things, but the reality is you can make the decisions of what you eat every single day, what you drink, if you exercise, what you think, which is really the bigger piece to all of this. But our health is our greatest wealth. We want you to thrive, not just barely make it. So on this show, it's all about that. Make sure to check us out. Go to BelieveHealthTV.com. That's Believe Health TV. You can find us there, and you can always give us a call, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. We'll take your calls as part of the show. That's a lot of what we do. Of course, you can DM us on social media, whatever you want. Oh, and don't forget, I've got to tell you this. We're giving away my free book. Okay, go to my main best-selling book. Go to myfreehealthbook.com. We're giving it to you as a gift. We just want to encourage you, bless you, help you on your journey to be the best version of you. We're going to get on the phones right now and go to Melanie. Hi, Melanie.
I would like to know if there's a natural cure for your eyes. And someone had told me that bananas were good. Is that true?
Yeah, so when you say help for the eyes, it's one of those things that eye health really comes down to one main vitamin. I would say this is really the multivitamin of the eye. It is the main one, and when we don't get enough of it, which we don't, unless you're eating certain foods. You've got to eat a lot of things like carrots, sweet potatoes that have a ton of what's called beta-carotene, a form of vitamin A, converts into vitamin A. But vitamin A is what we need. And vitamin A protects the eyes more than just about anything else. And if we don't have enough vitamin A, which most people are deficient, then you're not going to be able to get the things that you need for your eyes to be at their peak level. Matter of fact, I have seen clinically in practice many, many times that when somebody has vision that's failing just a little bit or just not what it used to be, things getting a little blurry, whatever, nearsighted, farsighted, and because the body can regenerate, right? Every single day, each day, old cells are dying off, new cells are forming all the time. So I have seen people take or eat sweet potatoes and get higher amounts of vitamin A, or use cod liver oil, because cod liver oil has naturally occurring vitamin A, vitamin D, and then also the omega-3 fatty acids. All of that is really important and can help the eyes. But I've seen people with vision issues actually get better. I've seen conditions reverse and go in the more positive direction and heal, which is amazing. And so eye health is dependent definitely on nutrition more than anything else. People like to put it down on genetics and put it down on that sort of thing. Look, it's not what grandma and grandpa passed down to you. Is it you looking at these screens all day that's probably straining your eyes and causing them to do some of that? Yeah, probably. Okay, I think all of us are going to suffer with some of that, especially people in business, if you're on the phones a lot. And our kids are what I'm really concerned about, because it's like they don't even talk to each other anymore. Are you with me? It's like they're on their phones all the time. And so I think that there's a lot that we're doing to harm our eyes. But if you can combat that with not having any nutrient deficiencies, I think that's a big deal. And so that's your key, though. Bananas, yeah, I mean, they're fine. But are they just specifically for the eyes? I think there's better options. But fruits and vegetables are going to be good in general, all of them, for your eye health and other parts of your body, too. They're loaded with vitamin C. They've got all kinds of antioxidants. And really one of the things I love about vitamin A and getting enough of it is it's so good for our immune system. Matter of fact, in the little protocols that they have to build the immune system up, it's become one of the kind of gold standards next to vitamin D, which we've heard a lot about. So vitamin A is really, really good for that. Give us a call, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272, or go to BelieveHealthTV.com. If you don't have a free copy of my book, go get it. Go to myfreehealthbook.com. We'll send you a hardback copy, okay, just to encourage you, to help you. Maybe you got a friend, a family member, somebody that really is struggling that needs that. We want to give that to you so you can be a help to them. Remember, because it's not just about being a doctor, okay, that you have to help somebody. You don't have to have all the credentials. You just got to be able to love and care for people and have the information and share it with them. That's this whole concept in social media now about sharing. Share the information, share the post, share this show, share the book, do everything you can to help those, your neighbors, your family members, your loved ones, and your friends. That's what this whole thing is all about. Now, one thing I want to jump into that I'm getting a lot of questions about, and make sure to go to BelieveHealthTV.com. That's believehealthtv.com. And send us an email if you want to make it part of the show. Go on the website, send an email. I'll make it part of the show, or we can answer you in private. We've got providers around the country in our locations that can help you, encourage you, support you, and give you the help that you need. So make sure to get in touch with us if you need to find someone in your area to be able to give you that kind of help. Okay, the number's always 888-283-7272. Now, at some of our clinics that we have and partners, we are getting heavily, and I've been researching this for a long time, and I have to tell you that stem cell therapy is something in the regenerative medicine space that is amazing. Okay, stem cell therapy is nothing more than your own cells, okay, and they're responsible for the growth of tissues in the body. So, for example, you can take stem cells and inject them into a knee. Let's say a knee is bone on bone. Okay, and how many people know there's plenty of people with bone on bone? The doctor says you're bone on bone, you need a knee replacement. That is not fun, and that's not the direction that you want to go if you don't have to. But stem cell therapy used to be kind of like not known exactly what it was and how it was handled and where it was sourced from. Is it coming from, babies and body parts and all that? So the reality is we know that it's safe and effective now. FDA has done all kinds of studies on it, or approvals on it, and there's been multiple studies done on it. But stem cell therapy is being used now for joint health and regenerating the connective tissue, and it's doing an amazing job. So we do get a lot of calls and emails and requests about talking about stem cell therapy. So I'm going to jump in and talk about that a little bit today. All right, stem cell therapy has really come on to be that non-surgical approach. You can take a joint that is almost bone on bone and put stem cells in there, and in about a 90-day time period, you can start getting a good amount of growth in there. More of the cushion will build, and many times for people, it will avoid the whole surgery concept potentially, or put it off another 5 years or whatever. But we're seeing such good results: shoulders, knees, low back, neck, the whole nine. Now, the good thing about that is, remember, there's our 3-step protocol, the health triangle, that everybody should be following regardless. Okay, it is our 3-tier system that helps you get where you need to be with your health, period. So no matter what you've got going on, no matter what anybody tells you, cut out all the clutter. Look, and definitely don't get to the point where you're sitting there going, okay, it's genetics, it's like, we are so far past that. Like when I was in school, I got 3 doctorates. When I did all of them, it was all about family history. What mom had, what dad had, what got passed down from grandma to grandpa to you and our parents. So it really isn't about that we have found through epigenetics that we can actually go in with our own DNA based on our habits, based on what we do, based on our choices every single day, and we can modify that in a major way. So you don't have to be stuck where you are. You don't have to be in a place. So if you've got joints that are degenerating and your doctor has said you probably need surgery, I would look into stem cell therapy. It's extremely safe. Here's the thing about stem cells that I love, and I just want you to hear me on this. With a lot of things, there's side effects. So you can't take a drug without there being side effects. That's why all of us are kind of like freaked out if we have to take them, because we know, it might help this, but it's going to hurt this. Stem cells are one of the first treatments that have come along that I just love, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to get an injection in your knee or your shoulder that's not up to par. And if that stem cell is either going to work or it's not. And it's true.
Hi, this is Dr. Asa to talk to you about the world's best protein for longevity called Best Amino. Protein is essential for every cell in your body to function at its absolute best. Best Amino is the highest absorbable protein, more than meat, eggs, and dairy, which may only absorb at 50, 60, or 70%. Best Amino is a proven formula of essential proteins that we all need that absorbs at 99%. Visit bestamino.com. That's bestamino.com.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
So there's like a percentage, 50%, 80%. Sometimes it really works, sometimes it doesn't. And that's okay too. But if it doesn't, guess what? It won't hurt you. The thing is, it cannot hurt you. And that's what's so great about stem cells. So it's definitely worth looking into if you've got any kind of pain at all, any kind of joint-related pains or any kind of pains like that. It's worth looking into just to see if you'd be a good candidate for it. If you need our staff to help, my team to help, if you're trying to find a provider around the country that does this sort of thing, we've got great partners that do this. But stem cell therapy is literally, it is such a safety net to give your body back what it needs, your own cells, right? To go back in and help regenerate what's been lost, to give you life again, and to help you live again, and to help you get where you want to be again, to becoming the best version of you. Stem cell therapy, it's amazing. Now, let's jump in. I want to talk about something that is so important in just a minute, but before I do that, I want you to make sure to go to the phones, 888-283-7272. You can always give us a call. That's 888-283-7272. And also, BelieveHealthTV.com. That's BelieveHealthTV.com. You can give us a call. Any on the phone, go to the website, send us a DM on social media. Look, we're everywhere, and we want to be there to help you no matter what you're dealing with. So if it's diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, fibromyalgia, a lot of people want to talk about those conditions. But what about performance? What about your daily routine? What about being able to lift up the grandkids? What about being able to play with your kids? What about not being so overweight that it hurts to walk, that it hurts to get up out of a car? Well, how's your mobility? How's the way you feel every single day? How's your energy level? So a lot of people focus on the diabetes and the high blood pressure and all of that, but let's take a step back from that. What about taking a step back and saying, okay, what caused me to get into this condition in the first place? What put me in the position to go down that route and have these conditions? How can I get out of that? What's the root cause? See, that's what we deal with. That's the kind of stuff that I absolutely love. Peak performance and longevity. What's going to give a person a higher quality of life? What's going to help you reach your potential, because you have a potential? And who thinks they've scratched the surface on their potential? No one. If you do, kudos to you, because I think every single day you should be chasing that person that you want to be. And the older we get, I really believe that age is going to change. I think we're in a very, very unique time period where age is about to really, we say age is just a number, right? We've always said that, and I think we say that to make ourselves feel better. But I think we're truly at a pivotal point in time in science, medical science, that aging is going to reverse. And already I'm saying like 50 is the new 30 and 60 is the new, or 40, 60 is the new 40, whatever. It's about 20 years back. And it really is true. Look at all the athletes we have now in their 40s, like Tom Brady, where if you look at him, you would think, okay, this guy looks like he's 35. I mean, the guy looks like a model, right? Skin's great. Everything's great, in shape. No joint pain, no aches and pains, can run with any 25-year-old on the field, and he's 45. So I just want to see guys like that keep going, athletes like that keep going, because at the end of the day, there's a new standard being set. Like, people are having kids now in their 40s. Have you noticed that? Like, it's not 23 and you're having kids and starting a family and you retire at 55. That day is so over. It's over. So it's good to see that we have more life in our life. So that means if you're 55, if you're 65, if you're 75, it's not even close to being over for you. If you make really good choices and you understand what you have to do to really do that. Remember our three-tier approach, okay? We call it the health triangle. And there's three things that you have to focus on for optimal health. I've got a whole guide about this. My book talks about this. By the way, my book, we're giving it away for free. Go to myfreehealthbook.com. That's myfreehealthbook.com. And we'll send you my hardback copy of my book, my best-selling book, for free. Absolutely free. Just send it to you, okay? And you got to cover like the shipping, something like that. But we'll send it to you, okay? Here's the deal. Three-tier approach. Number one, you've got to control blood sugar. It is one of the number one keys. 80% of all the health challenges that we face today have the root cause in lack of blood sugar control. So diabetes is what you think about when you think about blood sugar. But there's other things like Alzheimer's, blood pressure issues, heart disease. They stem from blood sugar issues. I can't tell you how many people that I've treated in practice that had blood pressure and diabetes together. Rarely do you see them just completely independent. Most people that have high blood pressure have some kind of blood sugar issue with it. So, three-tier approach: control blood sugar, You've got to absolutely wipe out nutrient deficiencies. We are all nutrient deficient if you're not getting blood work done, and that's the way you check it out, blood work. Third is balancing the hormones. Your hormones are the environment of the body. If they're not balanced, it's not going to function at its peak. All right, let's talk about this. Look, this show is about you. It's about your health. It's about your life. If the body can get sick, it can also get well. Lifestyle. Things we do every single day. Our lifestyles are medicine. So you have to be focused on the reality that you don't have to be stuck where you are. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Go to BelieveHealthTV.com. Now, if you want someone to answer your email, send us an email. You want a direct message, DM, send us a DM. Look, I've got staff, I've got people, I can answer. A lot of times I'll get back to you. If you want us to make it part of the show, great. If you don't, then we won't. But we're here for you every single day. We want to see you thrive. We want to see you make it. We don't want to see you stuck where you are. Look, if you've got any kind of these conditions, I always tell people this. It's like if you have blood pressure, diabetes, fibromyalgia, depression, whatever, I'm not excited that you have those things, okay? But let's get behind that and find out why. What's the root cause? Because the reality is if you got blood sugar issues, you've got really bad habits. Okay, it's not genetics. You just got bad habits. And it's okay. It's not like I'm pointing the finger. We've all had bad habits. So you just got to correct the habits. Health is determined by our habits, period. Like, it's not about genetics. It's not. It's about your habits. Many times what you have health-wise, you did it. You did. I mean, that's the thing. There's some genetic things, obviously. There's things like cancer, but even cancer. I mean, a lot of the cancers are bad habits over time produce bad cells because you produce cancer cells every single day. Did you know that? Cancer cells are produced in your body every single day, but your immune system is so amazing that it comes in and it just crushes the cancer cells and kills them off. But over time, if you don't have that awesome immune system and things aren't cooking along, then guess what? The cancer cell that gets set, it sets, and then it sets, and it stays set, and that's what becomes a major, major issue.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to AsaRx.com and get your free book today.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Okay? So I just want to encourage you that it comes down to your choices you make every single day. No one can do this for you. Mama can't. Daddy can't. Grandma, grandpa, your friends, your family members, your coworkers. Like, no one can take responsibility for your health but you and only you. Let's go to Nora on the phones. Hi, Nora.
I'm calling about ringing in the ears. I guess it's called tinnitus, maybe. I'm just trying to see if there's anything natural I can do. There doesn't seem to be many options for people that have it.
Yeah, so ringing in the ears, a couple things. Number one is if it's in the right ear, many times it can be a wheat allergy. Okay, if it's in the left ear, it could be what's called a manganese deficiency. Now, manganese is not magnesium. They're two totally different minerals, okay? But magnesium we all need. But manganese is hard to find in a lot of the foods that we eat, and so it's very easy to get a manganese deficiency. So that's something that I would look into. Look, 3-tier approach in everything that we do in our health triangle. To figure out someone's health and optimal health, you got to do 3 things. Number 1, control your blood sugar. Number 2, we have to get in and see if there's any nutrient deficiencies like this manganese. We do blood work to figure that out. And number 3 is we have to make sure the hormones are balanced. When the hormones are not balanced, look, it's like if mama isn't happy, nobody's happy. You got to make sure the hormones are balanced. They have to be, okay? Look, we believe in you more than anything else and want to see you live the life that God has designed you to live. Welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're with us today. This show is about you. It's about your health and it's about your life. If the body can get sick, it can also get well. Lifestyle is the medicine. So the choices we make today, they can and will determine the kind of health you're going to have. Look, no one can take responsibility for your health but you, so we want to help you make good choices. Health is determined by our habits. Remember that. Nothing else, not family history, little bit of genetics, but I'm telling you, it is your habits all day long. And we're even figuring out with genetics that there's a field called epigenetics where we can make a massive difference in our choices every single day, and we can modify the DNA and actually make our lives better. So if you're heading down one path, you can make choices and head down another path. We want to help you get there. 888-283-7272 is the number you can call, be a part of the show whenever you want. So give us a call. We'll make you part of the show. If you want us to answer questions in private, you can do that as well. Just call and let us know, and we'll get someone to help you answer that question in private. Just let them know. Also, BelieveHealthTV.com. That's BelieveHealthTV.com. You can go there, send us a question, DM us on social media. Hey, whatever you want to do. But I'm giving away my book for free. That is the gift. I'm giving away my book for free. Go to myfreehealthbook.com. That's myfreehealthbook.com. Giving away my book as just a total gift. We want to see you thrive. I don't want to see you be stuck. Okay, there's too much misinformation going on out there right now. We want to see you really get into a good place with your health. And so go to myfreehealthbook.com. We'll send you a copy just to encourage you and to get you going in the right direction. I get so many requests for what I'm about to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about it yet. I'm going to go to the phones. Let's go to Grant. Hi, Grant. Welcome.
I've heard that pea protein, which is what most of them are made of, especially if it's a blend, it's not good for, it's good for female hormones and stuff, and it's not good for people that want to gain muscle to use pea protein. Anyway, that's my question is, what kind is good besides whey? Because I don't digest whey too well.
So there's a couple of options. I mean, pea protein's great, especially if you're vegan or vegetarian. It's a great option, right? And a lot of the powders that we have in our products that we created that are all organic, we use pea protein in some of them. We also use organic whey protein in some of those as well. If you use whey protein and you've had some stomach upset, you might want to look into, well, you can go to our website and you can go to Believe Health TV, and we've got a whole lineup of supplements that we use clinically with our providers. You can check those out. But the quality is really what's important. A lot of times, if you're having digestive issues with supplements, probably means the quality is not that great, period. I mean, that's really what it is. And so whey protein, you always want to make sure it's from grass-fed cows, always. Because if it's not, the quality is going to be a nightmare, okay? It just is. You want to make sure you get it from the right sources, and, of course, it'll have the right sweeteners in it, like stevia or monk fruit extract, which both are okay. But if you got the other ones, complete artificial sweetener is not good at all. Okay, and that can cause a lot of stomach upset. And people think it's like the whey, but it's really the sweeteners that are in there that's really causing a lot of that. But I would check into that. Pea protein is great. And remember the protein rule, okay? When it comes down to body composition, there's 3 things we have to focus on. Our total health triangle, as we call it. There's 3 things you got to focus on, though. Number 1 is blood sugar control. We've got to figure out ways to keep our blood sugar stabilized in the body. It's not with drugs. We can do it completely with lifestyle and the things that we eat every single day. That's very important. For anti-aging and longevity, number 1. Number 2 is what's called nutrient deficiencies. Many people are nutrient deficient. You want to get lab work done. Specifically, most doctors won't do this kind of lab work. So if you need help, let us know, and we can get a provider, one of our providers around the country, to help you. But you've got to find out nutrient deficiencies and nutritional deficiencies and what you're strong in and what you're weak in. Okay, number 3 is hormone balance. Have to balance the hormones. Your hormone sets the pace and the environment for your body and how it functions. The reason I'm telling you all that is you're asking about protein. The protein rule and eating this amount of protein every single day will do all 3 of those things for you and help put you on the path to optimal health. Number 1 on the protein rule, it's your body weight in grams of protein every single day. So if you weigh 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein a day. If you weigh 150 pounds, 150 grams of protein a day. It's real simple, but it makes a massive difference in your body composition and your health. So glad you're with us on the show today. Look, this show's about you. It's about your health. It's about your life. If the body can get sick, it can also get well. Lifestyle is the medicine. So and we get a lot of requests. By the way, go 888-283-7272. You can give us a call. That's 888-283-7272. Or go to BelieveHealthTV.com. That's BelieveHealthTV.com. Anytime you go there, send us an email. You can direct message us on social media. Text us. We got a text number there if you want to text us. Hey, look, we can make it part of the show. Whatever you want to do. We're here for you, to encourage you, to help you, to equip you, and really give you the kind of life that you're looking to live through your own choices. Health is determined by habits. Your health is determined by your habits. So the choices you make every single day, it's everything. All right, so I get asked a lot, do I exercise and work out? Yes, I do. I have not missed a day since I started. I'll let you figure out my age. I started at 17 years young, and I've not missed one day in my entire lifetime. Even before I had to have a surgery, I went and did legs the night before and did upper body the next night after a recovery out of the hospital. I'm just saying. So I'm one of those. But I always did it for a variety of reasons. I like being an athlete, and I like working out, being strong, and all of that. So for me, that's what it was about. As I've gotten later on into this game of life, I've figured out something through all the research and study that I've done. Now, new studies are coming out about muscle and lean muscle that we carry in our bodies. More people typically carry more body fat than they carry lean muscle tissue, or it's split down the middle. But what we're finding out in the longevity community in science is that muscle is the new life currency. Now, I want you to write that down. Muscle is the new life currency. Your life is determined, your quality of your lifespan is going to be determined by the amount of muscle that you carry versus fat. Now, if you think about that for a minute, it really makes sense. You gotta let it sit for a minute, because what happens is over time, it's not going to be in your 40s most likely, or your 50s and your 60s. But man, let me tell you, I think 70 is like the big number. 70 is the big number where everything really begins to happen. That's where everything starts to hit the fan, if you know what I'm saying. It really happens there. By the way, give me a call, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272, or go to BelieveHealthTV.com. But this whole thing, 70 years old, young, or whatever you want to say, it really does change. Things begin to shift at that time. If you're not carrying enough muscle, because as your mobility goes down, your ability to walk, bend over, pick up things, that's when the body rapidly declines. So your strength and your ability to move and to exercise and to not hurt and not ache is going to be the dependency of how long you are going to live with the quality of life that you have. Muscle is the currency, I'm telling you, for longevity. So what does that mean? And what it means for you and me both is this. I am a firm believer, hands down, that you have to do some form of resistance exercise. Everybody. Men, women. It's not just an athlete thing. I think if you are living life, okay, if you're living life, you have to get into a routine of some kind of resistance exercise. Now, there's great things outside of the gym. You can do bands. You can do push-ups. You can do body weight exercises, which are great. But doing them consistently is what's important. There's a great system by a good buddy of mine, Diamond Dallas Page, called DDPY. I started doing this, and I do it every single day now. Every morning, I don't miss, and I have felt better, more mobile, strong. Things don't ache. They don't ever hurt at all since I've been doing this. And that's resistance. Now, I still do weight training and all of what I've always done. But I'm doing more workouts a day now than I used to. And I feel better. And I actually feel better now than I did 10 years ago. So, because I've ramped things up. Where 10 years ago, I realize now is I thought I was working hard, but I don't think I really was. I was taking, I was just taking not the time to really focus and build what I wanted to build. Now, I am.
Hi, this is Dr. Asa to talk to you about the world's best protein for longevity called Best Amino. Protein is essential for every cell in your body to function at its absolute best. Best Amino is the highest absorbable protein, more than meat, eggs, and dairy, which may only absorb at 50, 60, or 70%, Best Amino is a proven formula of essential proteins that we all need that absorbs at 99%. Visit bestamino.com. That's bestamino.com.
Connect with On-Call Radio and watch On-Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
So our choices are what matters. When it comes to our health, it really is. Your health is your wealth, no matter how you cut it. So on this show, we want to help you thrive and make it. Go to BelieveHealthTV.com. That's BelieveHealthTV.com. Oh, and we're giving away a copy of my book, free, completely free. It's my hardback copy. We'll send it to you. Go to MyFreeHealthBook.com. That's MyFreeHealthBook.com. Let's get on the phones and go with Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
I'm losing my hair, and my doctor says it's due to stress, but I believe I'm not getting enough fluid in my body. I used to drink a gallon of water, and then I got incontinence really bad, and so I'm on a lot of medication, but I can just run my fingers through my hair, and I'll have 5 or 6 strands of hair in my hand, and in 10 minutes I'll probably have at least 50 strands of hair in my hand. And I was wondering, my sister thinks it could be thyroid. Her thyroid came back okay, but she had a blood clot on her vocal cord, and they went in, found out she had cancer. So if it was due to stress, I believe I would have lost all my hair when I had my leg amputated and got MRSA in my breast and infection, and was in the nursing home for several months, 6 months at a time.
Oh, my goodness. You know, there's so many things I could say to you right now, and I'm so sorry you've gone through so many challenges, because, I mean, I'm just kind of like having an amputation. You know, here's what I would say. At this point, when you got multiple things going on and you're looking to figure it out, you've got to do the 3-tier approach that we always talk about. Our system is the best way to figure this out, because right now at this point you got to play detective, right? One doctor's saying, well, it might be your thyroid. Somebody's saying, well, it's stress. Well, and you're like, well, yeah, I mean, there could be stress, but everybody has stress, right? And their hair's not falling out. So I think the first thing, you just take a step back and look at the 3 pillars that we talk about. Number 1 is controlling blood sugar. That's extremely important. Number 2 is nutrient deficiencies. Very, very important to see if you've got any blood work. We can see if there's any nutritional deficiencies. Number 3, how's the hormone balance? The thyroid, right, is a hormone. So thyroid hormone. So you've got to see what the hormone balance, the environment is in the body. Also figure out, is your blood sugar swinging? Is it stable? Because that's going to lead to a host of other conditions. And I'm not sure what happened to your leg, and I'm so sorry about that. It just breaks my heart. It's like right now we have to focus on what we can do right now. And right now is, okay, you've got to assess where your body is to get a baseline, because the blood sugar thing has got to be managed, period. This whole insulin resistance that we're coming up with now, it is one of the number 1 reasons that people have any kind of disease, okay? 80%, I would say close to 90% of people in every disease process and health challenge that they have is due to blood sugar, lack of blood sugar control, hands down. So I would do the 3-tier right there, because it could be minerals that is causing your hair to do that. Very, very possible. But it's not just, it's zinc, or it's manganese or magnesium, or, you know, it's got to be specific. That's why the lab testing is so important, because it gives the provider specific numbers, and then that way you can put and pack the foods around the kind of foods you need to be eating to fill in those gaps. And that's just so important. Like, we have to know that as a provider to get you going in the right direction. So a couple things. One is, you definitely want to make sure you're getting enough protein in your diet too, because the proteins is so important in hair. That plays a big role. Many people aren't getting enough protein in their diet. So whatever your body weight is, work to get that in grams of protein a day. So if you're 100 pounds, 150 pounds, that's 100, 150 grams of protein a day. And that can make a big difference. That can lay a good foundation for you. First of all, just to get the nutrition right is going to be key, but then also to figure out what you're nutritionally deficient in. All of that matters. Thanks so much for that call. All right, this show is about you. It's about you. Go to the phones, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Also, You can go to the website, go to believehealthtv.com. That's believehealthtv.com. And we can help you. If you want to send us an email, whatever you want to do. If you want us to answer something in private, if you want to be a part of the show, call in right now, 888-283-7272. We'd love to have you as part of the show. We're here to help you. We want to see you reach your potential and become the best version of you, hands down. Water, water, water. You see me constantly drinking this. Got water in it, okay? I'm huge on water. Like, it is such an important piece of the puzzle. Matter of fact, if you're watching this or listening to this or however you're getting this content, and you say, Doc, what's one thing I can take away? What is one thing I can take away from everything you're talking about and impact my health? It would be drink a gallon of water a day, bare minimum, unless you're some teeny tiny, 95 pounds. But I would say for most people, a gallon of water a day is the magic number. Because we are so dehydrated, and every cell in the body needs water, right? We're 75% water, roughly. And so if you're not getting enough, then it's a big deal. Most disease processes can be helped all the way around from drinking enough water. It can cut down, listen to this, they did a study, I believe it was in Finland. They did a study, and they said they did a test, and they had people drink 2 glasses of cold water 30 minutes before a meal. Well, 30 minutes to an hour before a meal. They lost, in a 1-month time period, are you ready? 30% of their body weight, meaning the fat mass came down, and they had 30% increase or decrease in their body mass. So, in the ratio of that, they lost, I think, about 6 pounds on average, something like that. That's just from drinking water. They didn't change anything else in their diet. They didn't add exercise. They did nothing. They just added the water. So just look at what water can do, that one move. And I'll tell you what, when I talk to people, when our coaches and our providers talk to people and we bring this up and we talk about water, do you know how much pushback we get? I get so much whining and complaining about, oh, Dr. Ray, it's so hard. Like I get 2 glasses a day and it's just so much water. I mean, really? We're talking about water. I've had people on 5 medications whining and complaining because they don't want to drink water. And I'm thinking, all you got to do is drink water. It's not hard. Like, all you have to do is put the bottle to them and drink it. Like, there's so many things that you drink during the day that's doing absolutely nothing for your body. You have to get to a point where you can really thrive. And water, I really believe, is that first step. If you're brand new to this health thing, you're brand new, and you're trying to figure out what way can I start, how do I start, you want to follow our 3-tier system, go to the website, go to believehealthtv.com. You pick up a copy of my book, free health book, myfreehealthbook.com. It's all in there. But start today. If you can do one thing when you walk away, is drink a gallon of water a day. A gallon of water a day just might keep the doctor away.